We're so excited. The students are actually going to be reading pretty much the entire session today. They've been practicing hard. They're excited. They're a little nervous, but I know that they're going to do a fantastic job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over to them, and then we're going to head up to my classroom where the rest of them are waiting. Okay? Are you ready? Nice and loud.
On behalf of Miss Ewer and the rest of the grade 2s, I'd like to welcome you to the third and final session of the 3-part Integrated Technology Buds Math Workshop Series. Over the next hour or so, we will walk you through our integrated iPad Buds Math. We participate every day. We encourage you to ask questions and take pictures and how you might use this approach in your own classroom. What we want you to understand is that you do not need a class set of iPads for a program like this to work. In fact, what we are going to show you is a variety of different perspectives and ways to run this program. As students, we have grown tremendously. Our math skill, development strategy, identification, problem-solving abilities, and understanding of numbers have advanced considerably, not to mention our creativity and critical thinking abilities. Please remember that we are 7 years old and this type of program can be adapted to any grade. We are all ELL students and speak another language other than English as our first language. Please follow me up to our classroom so we can get started.
And if you want to bring iPads or anything to take pictures, videos, things like that, I'm going to be closing this door so any bags, purses, and stuff can be left down here. And we will be coming back down here after the session is done. Okay, so you good? Okay.
Welcome to our classroom. We are going to spend some time reviewing this budget program. And we will show you how we use the iPad for our numeracy block. Right now, we are working on our measurement unit. Length, width, area, and perimeter. So every activity will be geared towards this trend. With math, we use the iPad in a variety of different ways. They're not always used as sentence. Mrs. Euro will give us a problem and we'll work on apps such as education, SketchUp, or explain everything to share thinking. This is the B for Buds, and it stands for BuddySolve. At BuddySolve, we are paired with a math buddy who is at the same level as us. We are given a problem as a class, but sometimes the numbers vary slightly depending on the partnership. Together, we work through the problems, identifying strategies, sorting through problems, analyzing solutions, and justifying ideas. We like working with a buddy because it helps us to sort through the problem, and two heads are better than one. During BuddySolve, Mrs. Yu will be working with partnerships at the guided math reading table, asking them critical math questions to help them sort through the problem and understand the numbers, strategies, and ideas better. This is like guided reading, but with math, and the U in BUDS, which stands for understanding numbers. This guided math practice helps us to understand the math ideas. At the Understanding Numbers Center, we go through a problem together and work through our strategies together to make sure we really understand the numbers and the concepts. Understanding numbers, we will start thinking in a number of different ways. A teacher helps us to strategize and accountable talk through the math solution and how we solve the problem. This has really helped us with problem solving, understanding concepts, applying what we learn to different situations, understanding mathematical procedures, and communicating our required knowledge. As for the D, this stands for deconstructing the problem. Based on our problem solving, we will then identify ways that we can deconstruct or break down the problem into more manageable steps in order to solve it.
We are in a way teaching ourselves, this is the kids' way, how to deconstruct the problem where we are the teachers. We can share this with younger students, our class, or blog about it with students around the world.
This helps us because we are taking what we learn about the problems and reflecting on our learning. We can use apps such as Telgami, Sock Puppets, Toontastic, Photo Bubble, Book Trader, Bitsboard, iBrainstorm, or Lino to show our strategies. We will have students working in each one of these apps to show you how these can be used to showcase our math strategies and our learning. The final component is S, which stands for Strategy Identifier. Here we play math games on the iPad that relate to our math strands and contents that we are studying. We participate in a number of different games with the focus on the math strategies we are using. In the notes section or the app Explain Everything, we write down the math game and the strategies we use to solve each problem. We then make connections to the strategies we use to solve the game and how these strategies will help us solve other problems in class. So without further ado, we would like to take you on our math journey to see a day in the lives of our grade 2 Buds math program. The class will be working on different components to give you an idea of how this runs. Please feel free to ask us questions and learn along with us. Today our problem is Gurpreet just got this super cool Pokemon book and is got it in order. He cannot wait to read. He got the book and Monday he wanted to read all the 34 pages by Friday, so he got started.
All minute Gurpreet read 6 pages of Pokemon.
On Tuesday, Gurpreet read 9 pages. On Wednesday, Gurpreet read 4 more pages than Monday. On Thursday, Gurpreet read 6 less pages than Tuesday. On Friday, Gurpreet read 4 pages. Did Gurpreet complete all 34 pages by Friday? Justify thinking and show all of your work.
You have not worked with this problem before today, so this is an authentic math class.
In the next 10 minutes, please walk around and watch us how we use EduCreations to solve this problem. So, we will be using other features while working on EduCreations. Some of us will be using Google Image Search for pictures. Others will use app Virtual Manipulators to show our thinking, while others will use just plain old manipulators. There's no right or wrong way to do this.
Right now, so they're going to take some time and start sorting through the problem. I've already airdropped the problem to them, so now they'll bring it up to your creation. So this is your time. It's a lot of people. Walk around, check it out. So what have you done here?
We underlined the word with black.
And why is that important?
Because if you don't know the word, you're not going to get so much detail into your word.
Okay. And why do you need to know all those numbers?
Like when you're adding all the numbers to see how many pages to be read, then that can help you to tell where all the numbers are.
Okay. Have you guys had?
Six yellow, yes.
Which number?
Just doing we have to take the dogs and make them there. On Monday we got 6 pages, so add 6 pages and 6 after how much you made all 34 pages by Friday.
Very good.
And then you can separate the pieces also. And if you want to erase it all, you just press the test.
Concepts of more than and less than. Typically, we gave sort of a challenging problem, just so that you can see the students struggle through it, using different manipulatives, using different strategies. Now, what I would do is I would definitely allow for more time for something like that. We might stop and do a band show, walking around so everybody can see the different steps that and strategies that people have taken. Or we might go into a congress, and right now we're going to show you a congress just on Apple TV. But I'm going to get Zane, where is he? Right here. He's going to say his part. Okay, and I know that my class isn't touching anything. Are you guys cold?
We will now show you how we discuss our work on Apple TV. It's like having a congress in traditional math class.
Okay, so I'm going to have, if Jazinder and Kavyash will come on up. Colleen, can you actually you can see it. And again, they'd probably show their thinking a little bit more if we had more time too, right? Okay.
So today we learned about this problem of the day is Gurpreet just got this super cool book in the scholastic order like Hitesh said. So now we figured out that our hypothesis was we think Gurpreet did not read all 91 pages he only read 79 pages in total. So on the next page we showed our thinking. The strategies we used were counting by twos on the abacus, like as Jazinder is holding. And then our thinking was we were using abacus to show our work by using our brain to count the abacus.
The abacus? Okay. Now, can you explain what you did with the abacus there?
We separated them into different parts. Like I'm showing you what we did.
Okay.
So over here it has 16, and then we counted the tens first, and then we counted the ones. The ones were the least ones, but we counted the ones. The first in the blue are 6 plus 3 equals 9 plus 7 more equals 16. So that equals 110, and then 10 plus 10 plus 10 equals 30, and plus 3 more 10s equals 60, plus 1 more 10 equals 70, and 1 more 10 equals 80. And then we figured out the answer was more than our hypothesis.
Okay. Questions?
Can you please go back to the back page, because I have something to say about that. I don't quite understand why you highlighted everything. Is all the information important?
These ones, on Monday Gurpreet read the pages. No, we just made it we were just making it separate, so I was deconstructing the problem to make it understand more evenly.
This part's not scripted, I just have to say. I know what's going to happen. I'm taking a chance here.
How did you, I'm getting confused. How did you add, a 20,
On Monday, Gurpreet read 16. On Wednesday, Gurpreet read 4 more pages than Monday. So I thought that this is 6 plus 4 plus 4 plus 6 equals 20. So that's 16, but I figured out that 6 plus 4 equals 10. So in 16 it has 110, and then plus 4 equals 20.
Can you make a suggestion, Chanru? How do you think that might work easier for you to understand? Not to put you on the spot. How might that have been easier for you to understand what he was thinking?
Can you add everything together so we can understand every number together so we can understand it better?
So you wanted to see him show his work by adding the numbers? Okay. What do
Any
you
other
think?
questions from the teachers?
I have a question, guys. Why did you choose it? Of all the manipulators you had, why did you choose the abacus to work with?
Because that's more easier to work on. You can even slide them out, but on the other ones you have to put them together. But on this one you have to slide
It's a
them out.
little bit more easier for me and Kabiush.
Easier with respects to seeing the numbers? Okay. And knowing that they're grouped by tens? Okay.
Any other questions?
From the teachers?
Okay, so what we're going to do now, typically we would continue on this, or some of the students are going to go on to strategy identifier. So they're going to play games and show how they might link those strategies that they're using with the games back to this question. And some students are going to go on to deconstructing the problem and again link those strategies back, just to give you an idea of sort of where we would go with this. A question like this, depending on the group, can take anywhere from completing it in a double period to some of them working on it for 2-3 days, struggling through it, us touching back, talking about strategies, and then moving forward. But the great thing about it is these concepts would stay the same for the entire class. It would just be more or less challenging for the different partnerships depending. Okay, good job guys. Thank you. Okay, so those people who are working on the strategy identifier, we did talk about who was going to work on what, just so that they knew. But typically it would be based on the last part of it. Okay, Harnik, up. Nice loud voice, buddy.
Thank you so much for learning alongside us today. We hope we gave you a bit of glimpse of how we used to watch program in our classroom. The possibilities for this program are endless. Our math skills and understanding and articulation of strategies and talking about math has improved tremendously since using the iPads and Never Math program. If you'd like to please get back down to the library for a final discussion, that would be very much appreciated.
Thanks again for coming and have a wonderful evening.
Have a good
You're better than the best. I'm lucky just to linger in your